Hey, welcome back. The market is just noisy. So today, we're going to cut through all of that. We're going to look at a really cool analysis that was designed to find the stocks that are sending out the loudest technical signals right now.
I mean, that's the big question for every single one of us, isn't it? There are thousands of stocks out there. With all that data flying around, where do you even start looking for that next great idea?
Well, one way to do it is to cast a really wide net. And that's exactly what this analysis did. It ran the entire NASDAQ through 50 different technical filters. You can think of these as, like automated tripwires for specific patterns. Things like when a short-term price average crosses a long-term one, or when a stock's volatility suddenly goes wild. The whole point was to see which stocks kept tripping these wires over and over again.
Okay, so let's get into it and see what this massive scan actually turned up. And let me tell you, the results were pretty wild, with a couple of names just soaring above everybody else.
In fact, out of all the stocks they looked at, one single company just stood out from the crowd in a huge way. It wasn't just in first place. It was kind of in a league of its own. And the magic number is 16. That's how many different technical scans our number one stock got flagged in. To give you some perspective, showing up that many times is incredibly rare. It's a huge outlier.
And here it is. The big winner was Standard BioTools, Inc., ticker LAB. To pop up in 16 separate scans, that means this stock is showing a really powerful mix of signals that all kinds of different analysts are probably looking at right now.
But the story doesn't stop there. While Lab was the clear champ, the race for second place was a dead heat. We had two companies that put up some seriously impressive numbers themselves. Tying for that runner-up spot, we've got First Solar, that's FSLR, and NetSol Technologies, NETD. Both of them showed up in 13 different scans. Again, that's a huge number, flagging them as stocks with a ton of technical interest. So, moving beyond our top three, we get into what you could call the high visibility club. These are the stocks that, while not at the very top, still showed up so many times that they're part of this really exclusive group.
So at the top of this club with 10 flags each, you've got Schrödinger and Aclaris Therapeutics. And right behind them is a whole cluster of companies that hit 9 flags. Fortune Rise, Rain Oncology, Xeros Biopharma, and Seco Environmental. It's pretty obvious these stocks are getting a lot of attention from the algorithms.
All right, now we get into the rest of the top 30. Yeah, the frequency drops a little bit, but let's be real. Getting flagged this many times across 50 different scans is still a massive signal that something interesting is going on.
So here you can see these two big blocks of companies. First, you've got a whole crew of tickers like DERM, WOOF, and WATT that all hit the screens 8 times. Then they're followed by another pretty big group with tickers like IMCR and STNC, which all got flagged in 7 different scans. And finally, to round out our top 30, we have this last group of 6 tickers. This includes companies like CYRX and APLS, and they all appeared in 6 different technical scans, which was enough to land them a spot on this high-profile watch list.
Okay, so we just blitzed through 30 different tickers. But what does a list like this actually tell you? What's the point? Well, the most important thing is to understand the core idea this whole analysis is built around.
It all comes down to this concept of strong technical visibility. This isn't just about one little indicator turning green. It means a stock is lighting up the entire dashboard across a whole bunch of different conditions, and that makes it visible to all sorts of traders and computer models.
And that's the million-dollar question, right? It's great that a stock is visible, but so what? What is that visibility actually trying to tell you as an investor?
You see, the real value here is that this list is not a buy list. It's a powerful filter. This kind of high visibility might suggest a stock is getting ready for a big momentum move, or it's seeing some weird volatility, or maybe a new trend is forming. But more than anything, it's just a fantastic list of names that probably deserve a much closer look.
And that brings us to the final and most critical question. A technical signal, it's just a starting point. It's not the finish line. This analysis has given us a list of 30 stocks that are making a whole lot of noise. Now the real work begins. Figuring out which of these signals are just going to fade away and which ones are about to fly.